Welcome to Araquilla, a beautiful resort at Vengurla, owned by the Fomento Group. And we are here for a cause. And the cause is, again, India's best wicket-keeper, Farookh Engineer, is here in Araquilla. We are celebrating his 88th birthday, and we are having a chat with him on cricket because it's a very precious moment where we could get him here. So let's ask King Farokh about some questions about cricket, right from the days he has played and the 50s and 60s, and till now what he has seen. He has been everything in cricket: a player, referee, then a commentator, everything in cricket. And why not? He will be giving us the full knowledge about cricket in this interview. Welcome,
Thank you, Hemant.
King Farokh.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you again. So I think destiny is great. I've been exceptionally very lucky
Now, this is,
to be with you
you
again.
know, 3 months ago,
Yes, 3 months ago.
I
Right.
was very serious in hospital. I had a spinal injury, which I got in Goa, in fact. I was staying at St. Regis. We were invited there for a wedding. And when we went back to England, suddenly my back started paining severely. So severe, my wife had to call an ambulance. And I was rushed to hospital for pancreatic treatment. And after a week in the hospital, they said, no, you haven't got pancreatic. You got a discitis, which is a horrendous thing. In the slip disc, a virus goes,
Okay.
And I had to be on, air drip and all sorts of things.
God is
But
great.
God is absolutely
Okay,
great.
he has brought you
I have always
back. And you
believed in
look
Bhagwan.
better than last time when I interviewed you.
Thank you. I'm
Yes,
I'm
yes.
very pleased to hear that.
Yes, yes, you very much, very much.
Yeah, you don't look too bad either.
Thank you, thank you. Now let's talk
Yeah.
about our cricket, Indian cricket. We started our journey
Yeah.
in Test cricket in 1932 under the great C.K. Naidu, the colonel. And right from 32, we have got ups and downs. But there are three, pinnacles of our cricket. That is, one is 1969, which I take it as our tour win.
You mentioned ups and downs.
Yeah.
You're going to get that in Test cricket
Yes.
or in any form of cricket.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what makes this wonderful game of ours
Beautiful game.
so
yes.
exciting because the uncertainties.
Yes.
But as long as there are more ups and less downs, our
Correct.
country has done well.
Correct.
And I think I wasn't born in 32 but 38 I was born,
Yes.
25th February,
Yes.
exactly 88 years ago.
Yes. Correct.
And my brother was a very good cricketer. Darius played for Mysore,
Yes.
played for Ranji Trophy and all that. Then he went to England and developed his career there. But I can only talk about from 60s.
Yeah. So that's what
60s
I'm
and
asking
70s,
you.
yeah.
69, when we won in New Zealand, you were the keeper,
Yeah.
and the fantastic spinners got us victory
Yes,
overseas.
yes, indeed.
Overseas, in fact. Number two, 1971, when the
Yes,
two
we-
great
we
victories.
beat
yeah.
England for the first time in England.
And the
we
third-
beat West Indies in the West Indies.
Yes. And third is 1983, where we won the World Cup. You were the
Yes,
commentator.
Indeed, absolutely.
Yes. So, out of these three, which one do you think was the turning point of Indian cricket?
1971,
71.
without a doubt. People think 83 was the renaissance of Indian cricket because we won the World Cup. That was a great achievement.
Yes.
Well done, Kapil and the boys. But before that, to beat West Indies in the West Indies, to beat England in England.
Yes.
And we beat New Zealand by that time, West Indies, other teams as well. So the real renaissance was in 1971, I would say.
71. So, okay, fine. I also thought so. And considering the pitches of those
We
days,
had uncovered pitches.
Uncovered.
We had uncovered pitches, we had no helmets,
yeah,
and bats. made out of chai ka dabba wood. You have to use the pace of the ball. And there were bowlers who bowled over 100 miles per hour.
Right.
Only these days the speed guns are there.
Yeah.
But there were no speed guns to measure the speed
Right.
those days.
Right.
And there was no limit on bounces or beamers.
Right.
So they just let us have it.
Right.
And we didn't even have a thigh pad.
I understand.
We used to put a towel or something like that. It's
Understand.
hardly any protection.
Correct.
And because the cricket ball is very hard.
It is.
And
It
when it
is.
hits
No
you
doubt about that.
inside the thigh.
I've got it here. But then again, considering the pitches now, with all the implements, the heavy roller,
Oh, yeah.
don't you think batting has become a bit easier now?
Much easier.
Very easy.
Much easier with far superior cricket bats.
Yeah.
The cricket bats are so well made these days.
Correct, and thick also.
Yeah, yeah.
Very thick bats.
Very thick and they pick up easily. So, I mean,
And now coming to the leadership,
Yeah.
the captains of India, whom you have played under.
yeah. I also captain.
You also
quite a
captained.
bit. Yeah.
Of course, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But then, whom do you think was the best captain you played under?
You know why?
Other than you.
Because I did the captaincy for Pataudi
Yeah,
and I did the captaincy for Wadekar.
Wadega.
They didn't take the slight first decision without consulting me. Not openly, not brazenly,
I understand.
but very discreetly. Boniche. Because the wicket keeper, I'm not
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
Please don't get me wrong. I'm not
I understand because you were reading everything
Exactly.
from behind the
I'm
wickets.
there on the spot behind the stumps. I know exactly what the bowler is doing. I know what the batsman's strengths and weaknesses are. So I mean, it's
But overall, handling the team and strategizing.
Field changes.
Yeah, whom
But
do you
the
think?
spinners.
Yeah, of
We
course.
talk about the great
Yeah.
spinning quartet.
Yes.
Of course, all four were great spinners. But they wouldn't have been all that great without the fielding of Eknath
Eknath Solkar.
at Sidimidan. I'm going to brag about it. Myself behind the stumps
Behind the stumps. Yes,
and Ajit Wadekar in the slip.
in the slips.
Because that three
And even
catchers
and Venkatragon
made-
also.
And Venki, of course, made the batsman nervous.
Nervous,
And
true. Yes, true.
yeah,
So-
we had that attacking spirit.
Correct.
That's why we
But-
won against England. Yeah.
So now Prasanna, Venkatragon, Bedi, and Chandra. So Chandra was a leggy with a
By far, if you ask me,
yeah,
who was the best of the lot,
yeah,
without even blinking an eye, I would say Chandrasekhar.
Chandrasekhar.
Because he was a polio victim and he made that little defect into a great asset.
Correct.
He converted it.
Yeah.
Because, and hats off to him. Any other person would have just turned away
Resigned to his
and
fate.
shied off and said that, nay, I'll be lucky to get a job in a bank. But no, Chandra was determined. I speak to him regularly, at least once a week.
Great, great.
So he's in Bangalore.
Great.
And his wife Sandhya. They're lovely, lovely
Yeah,
couple.
I was lucky to be with him for a
He
night.
wanted to come today, in fact.
Supposed to come.
Yeah, but he said if somebody can bring me
Oh no.
from Bangalore,
Yeah, but his wife.
Sandhya,
Yeah.
she drives.
So I was lucky to be singing songs of Mukesh with him the full night.
Yeah, he
when
loved
it come to
Mukesh,
Goa.
actually. He
Yeah.
loved Mukesh. Talking about Mukesh and Mohammad Rafi and Kishore Kumar and all
Yeah.
that, we used to go to the houses. We used to be invited to their homes for dinner.
Really?
Yes. And they used to take a harmonium and sing to us.
Sing.
And usually me and Pataudi used to go. And we used to
Okay.
take a coin and lagao tabla on the table.
Okay.
And we used to murder their tunes completely. And they used to put our names in the songs as well.
Okay.
But after a while, and I remember saying quite a few times, "Hey, chalo abhi gana band karo, bhook lagi hai, yaar, khana nahi khana."
Barabar.
We used to have drinks and enjoy, relax.
Now coming
the odd
to,
day, yeah.
see, we were great players of spin, starting from Vijay Mandrekar and Tan, everybody.
Yeah, talk about a very good player.
The great Colonel also is here, Gavaskar. But what's happened now? We can't play the spin now.
Well,
New Zealand comes here and
the thing is,
yeah,
to play spin, there's one thing to remember. You got to go right on top of the ball.
correct.
You got to smell the ball, as the coaches say, and smother the spin. especially if you're not picking the spinner.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays the spin attack is not half as good as it was in
It
our
was,
time. Shane Warne was the last exception, perhaps.
correct.
You know, we had Subhash Gupta,
Sorry.
brilliant, absolutely. Chandrasekhar,
Chandrasekhar.
who didn't know himself which way the ball was going
Correct.
some of the times.
Right.
So what chances the batsman got and poor wicket-keeper got? I
Do
used to see him grip the ball,
Yeah.
the ball leave in the air off the pitch, like a split-second computerized effect. And
Do you think that the pitches are to be blamed for this?
no pitches, they have got covered pitches these days.
Yes.
We played on uncovered pitches.
Uncovered pitches.
So I mean,
Because now the batsmen have got better pitches to play.
much better. So batting is much easier these days.
Easier this, but when the spinners come, it
Batting
becomes
is
a
much
different.
easier these days because of helmets.
Correct.
Start with. There are all sorts of body protection. You see a batsman in the dressing room, he's going like an armored soldier. You know, it's like he's going to war.
So he knows that he's not going to be hurt.
Our attention was where we were going to hit the ball.
Now, coming to the past cricket, let's say Bombay cricket. Bombay won innumerable
Yeah,
times.
Bombay were the
All-
champions of.
Yeah, all the batsmen in our
Yeah,
this
it
was
was
Bombay,
more difficult to come in the Bombay team than to come in the Indian team.
Indian team. It was just like Barbados,
Yeah.
and the West Indies.
Absolutely.
But then, now considering now, J and K, that is Jammu and Kashmir, is playing the finals with Karnataka.
I know. Hats off to them.
You know, so
I can't imagine there's no 22 years flat surface in Jammu and Kashmir.
yes.
But still, all credit to them that they have done so well.
What do you think is the reason for that? See, all these small states, they're coming up.
Yeah,
in
they're
cricket.
coming up, and I think the IPL has a lot to do with that too.
Okay.
You know, it's given the smaller states and the smaller players
Players.
from these smaller states an opportunity to showcase themselves, and they've done so well. You know, I mean,
Yeah, because all the small states, they are regularly, winning the Ranji Trophy.
yeah.
And Bombay, which was the king of cricket.
I was talking to Dilip today, in fact.
So suddenly, it's not annihilating
Yeah.
others like they used to do earlier. So what do you think is the reason now?
Well, maybe complacency. We Bombay cricketers think that we are the bee's knees, no one is going to beat us. But then when they come across a good bowler from Jammu and Kashmir or from, from anywhere.
Do you think the proliferation of coaches, the coaches are going everywhere now, good coaches?
Well, I'm not a great believer in overcoaching.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
there are certain principles you got to follow, like play straight.
Yeah.
You know, play in a V.
Yeah.
I would always tell a youngster, any youngsters watching, is it a video or a radio broadcast?
Yeah.
Ours is a video?
No, ours is a video, yes.
Yeah. Because play in a V.
Yeah.
V means mid on. Play straight. You know, to
Correct.
start with. Once you get your eye in, then you can
Yeah. So you get set first
yeah,
and then go,
get your eye
go,
set. Yeah.
go further.